In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the most merciful. Brothers and sisters, we back with another video. And today's video, I want to talk to you guys about Donald Trump is winning the government shutdown poll. But Trump approval ratings is at 46%. And I'm here to say, do they not know that the hour is here? You see, every cry is against them. So you got to be aware of them, because the curse of God is on them. So how are they deluded away from the truth? The fall of white America is coming from Almighty God, Allah. Surah 13:41 says, we have visited the land and curtained the nation from its sides. Now the foolish are still foolish until he is cast away, and he cannot turn right or left. It was like the people a lot when they had a turn. The people of Noah. And so shall it be with the Son of Man. You see, America could have checked her fall. And see, America could have had checked her fall if she had done one basic principle. Because, my brothers and sisters, it takes justice to work. It takes justice to turn this thing back around. You see, I want to get to President Trump, because America can't carve out a future when she don't have a future for herself. I told you guys and warned you that this whole government shutdown was going to be bigger than what you think. I told you guys before they can even get to the end of the year, people will lose their food stamps. Section 8, all the public assistance will go away. I told you about Project 25. And I've been warning you how Trump is continue to, apply all his pressure that he can against a people that have been serving a right race people that God comes to see. Now, this government shutdown is bigger than what y'all think it is. Now, Trump, you seen the replicate, or replicate, I should say, when it comes to ATF, National Guards, Marines, and finding the U.S. armies and police. They are here. And they are here. See why we are programmed. Because your children today, they don't have a bright future. Death have come. And I say this to say this. See, 99% of us don't even know that our future is at stake. Wherever evil spooner ready to do his worst to you will make it very difficult. For the 99% ignorant to ever know what's at stake. See, when it comes to American educational system, see, education is a guide for us to maintain and live a civilized life. But you see, when it comes to American educational system, the students no longer want an old world educational system. See, it's a new world that our people want. So in their madness, you see how they are destroying houses, textbooks, schools. When it comes to college and universities are being set on fire. Teachers, you see, are in great danger. And you see America, she can't carve out a future when she don't have a future for herself. When families we see are puzzled today as to where to send their children for schooling. See, there's no all-girls schools as they once were. See, there are all-girls schools of sweethearts. You see the jailhouse, prison, federal penitentiary, all breathing such dozens of homosexuals. See, America can never carve out a future when she can't carve a future for herself. So we in this sexual indoctrination of this sexual ideologically, as Revelation 18 verse 2 says, she has become a cage for every hateful bird. A cage for every, hateful human beings. Now, Trump, all he had to do is sign. And see, when you see that you got a House of Representatives, see, Republicans own the House. And I like to get with Donald Trump because you said some rough things to my brother. Rami Emmanuel. You said that we're going to go over there and clean up. And see, I've been warning you that they coming with a mind to slaughter us. Now, I want to say this. People are going to be without food. Now, it's like, how are you going to survive and live if you have children? See, America is starting us in hunger and unemployment. Now, I want to say this because this government shutdown has been, you know what I mean, bigger than what you think it is. If you got your money in the banks, because look, brothers and my sisters, they are doing, you know what I mean, flow closures, excuse me. They shutting down banks. Just the other day, you know what I mean, my sister-in-law went into I believe she went into her DMV, and cyber attacks is already happening. Rolling blackouts is happening. You know, say all this, you guys, man. If you buy a house and not looking on the cost of you buying a house, you know, I want to say this to you guys, man. This government shutdown, with AI taking over, and what's actually approaching, because when it comes to Secretary, you know, Carolina, there's prophecy that's being fulfilled from assassination of the death of Charlie Kirk. There was a scripture that Secretary, excuse me, Carolina says in Acts 7:57, there was a prophet by the name of Stephen that was stoned now. And there was a great earthquake that appears. And before he was Saul, he was persecuting Christians. And as he gave approval and watched Stephen stoned to death, there was a great earthquake that appears in the land. So, meanwhile, Mrs. Carolina says there was a 4.1 earthquake that hit in Utah during the death of Charlie Kirk. Now, we got to pay attention, because they are running a agenda. And see, God will allow you to believe all the lies, because in the chapter of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 11, God will use a powerful delusion so that people believe all the lies that they was told, all the fabricated stories that they was told. See, I want to say something to you. This is one of the most serious times we are in. And I want to say to my most black people, Because, there are some black people who don't understand. Because the government assistance that was given to millions of those people, all our life, I say this, all our life, we had never been given that. See, no one came to us. So just because people are so shamed, are asking for public assistance. See, when I seen the story of this poor man Lazarus, see, no one came to Lazarus' aid. See, no one bothered to help the poor man Lazarus. See, no one have come to us. No one has aided us. No one have yet come to our aid. So I've been saying for many years, if we go to this white man to ask for $100 billion, they'll turn a deaf ear to us. See, our fathers made a way, help build this country, make it suitable, so that way they can have all the luxuries that man can once enjoy. And that was his freedom. See, this is why I say this to you. The country will never be said to be the white man's home. But after you see all the years that conquer from the native Indians, who have once had the country that was theirs. Now, I want to say this. We seen in 1776, there was a time when they wrote their Constitution. See, 1776, when they wrote in their declaration of these Constitution laws. Now, we keep it real, because ever since we lost Reverend Martin King, and they killed our brother for 50,000 Nobel Peace Prize, because ever since Reverend Martin King had a dream during the night, they will deny black and brown voting rights during the filibuster. See, in 1776, they wrote in the Constitution. Now, they didn't write them in for you and I. You see, so all our life, my brother, see, this is why I say this. See, when it comes to, the former NFL player, Nick Kaepernick, and I take my hat off to this brother, because he took that knee. But are you willing to take a knee? Because we all once at some point, and I mean at some point, you put your right hand and you pledge the allegiance to the United States of white America, one nation under God, with liberty and justice for who? For white people. And this is why the nation suffered. And this is why the nations are so angry. And see, I told you when it comes to the U.S. governments, they don't have a future because they don't care about their people. You see this Christian nationalism. See, Christians against Christians. They will even fight against each other, rob and kill each other, but yet represent themselves as Christians, peacemakers, as though they want all peace in the world. See, I say this to say this government shutdown is bigger than what we think. The largest government shutdown in history. And his approval ratings is 40%. If it's not at between 46%, see, the government shut down. How long they want to prolong this? See, God, the God we serve, He can put an extension of time. He can prolong their time. Because you see, no good act goes without its reward. See, Jesus said when you giving a brother or sister a drink of water, and that's being a good act. God can prolong their time. See, God can put extension of time because no good act goes without its reward. So America will have to straighten up her act. Because they want you to act out. They want you to go out there and act out. They want martial law. They want to see what you are going to do. Because he's taking the needs of 42 million people, that 42 million American people will die of hunger. And I won't, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I won't be surprised that that number increase. People are going to die without hunger. See, why do you think that they got these concentration camps, jailhouse, prison house? They want you to act out. Trump is pushing a civil war. He wants you to act out. After they hit Chicago, after I seen the city of Chicago being terrorized, after Trump sent National Guards to ransom the people, children's unalive, they're arresting black people, you know what I mean, being snatched up in the city of Chicago. Memphis, people wasn't coming out. In Memphis, people were so terrified because they seen what was going on in Chicago. So I've been telling you and warning you that they will come with tanks, no little cap guns that you shoot each other with. It's drawing you insane. That I've been saying that they coming with a mind to slaughter us. Now, we can take it or let it alone. But the God we serve, you know, he's a deliverer. And no time gonna pass. Because With the Lord, days like 1,000 years. And 1,000 years is merry like a day. So he's not slow in keeping his promise, as some count slowness. But he's going to be very patient towards you, not wishing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. No time passed for God. So now, I want to share Romans 12, verse 2. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by renewing of your mind. Now, they've been talking about these bunkers that they're going to build. I want to shoot Isaiah chapter 2:19, because the bunkers that they talk about, they're going to build. And see, the people will flee from the cage, from the ground, from the fearful presence of the Lord and the splendor of his majesty when he comes to shake the earth. See, Isaiah 24:20, the earth is going to read to and fro like a drunkard. And I say, this shall no weapon form against me shall prosper. See, if God is for you, who can be against you? This is why God says be content in what you have. Because God says never will I leave you, never will I forsake you. And we say with confidence, the Lord is my helper. What can men morals do to me if God is my helper? See, this is why David says, yes, Lord, I walk into the valley of shadow of death, because I feel no evil, because the Lord are with me. You see, with all this carnage, with all this tacities, with all this affliction, see, America can never have a future. She can never promise you anything, because you see, the governments have failed you. America have failed you. And Christianity have failed you. You know, there are some black people, and I say this to the Christian churches, you got black preachers. And see, preachers are unfulfilled too. Because most of them, my brothers and sisters, they're not real in life when white folks start coming around. See, you understand what I'm saying? You start saying, as Jesus says in the midnight hour, you know, my God, why have you forsaken me? Because I want to say deep down inside to my brothers and sisters, you got most of these cowardly people claiming that they believe in God. See, when you allow the flock to be eaten by the wolves, and then you got black preachers, they become apologists to the white slave master and his children. So I say this. With all other credentials that you have, a lot of us may have a lot of degrees now. A lot of you may say that I could do things educationally. But see, that don't give you justice here in America. See, you still suffer a armful, a handful of diplomas and degrees from colleges and universities. See, if that's not right, then I'm willing for you to shoot me down if I'm not right. But if I'm right, just say I'm right. See, Jesus had neither letters was learned. See, schools and colleges and universities don't make you a preacher. See, it takes God to make you a preacher. So Jesus had neither letters nor letters was learned. But the first thing, these local, teachers, our black teachers, they quick to show you their letters, their degrees. I got a, MA, I got a BA, I got a, DD. Now, the prophet Isaiah said you got to be careful of these documents of divinity. Because, DD means dogs. It's talking about these preachers, greedy dogs, that's whooping us. And you see, I'm putting myself in it, but although I don't belong in it, but I'm going in it. To those that are comfortable, they are in it. See, I was foolish too. You see, I never had nothing. You see, America, she got one of the most religious, or the most ignorant faiths. And you could be a Christian today. You mean to say I could be a homosexual and still be a Christian? You could be a heterosexual. You could be a tranny. You could be a beer guzzler. See, you smoke and you still a member. See, you drink and you still a member. And I could be a Christian and follow Jesus Christ. See, the Christian preachers, they want to say that they are the most, upright people. See, all day long, their voice are heard in the air, shouting Jesus, the prophet, who died 2,000 years ago. The Christian preachers try to fool you by saying, now, listen, if you pray to the prophet Jesus, he will hear you. That's false. Why cannot they pray to him when they need help? See, their doctrines is deceive us so that we can fall on our knees praying to something that would never give us an answer. You can never pray to a white Jesus with blue eyes and wool hair. And Jesus says, if I glorify myself, see, my glorified is not valiant, but the one who I glorified. See, Jesus did not seek his glory. See, Jesus did not take on the credit. See, Hebrew 5:7, he was very submissive, even to a point when he would face death. Son though he was, but he learned how to be obedient. He learned how to be submissive. And if America going to do one good act, she got to learn how to be submissive. See, when a nation is divided, and when Satan and his kingdom is divided, it cannot stand. Because his kingdom has been divided. See, every nation has a term. And there was a term with the people of Lot, with the people of Noah, with the people of Moses. So shall it be with the Son of Man. You know, people was eating, drinking, marrying, going about. To all of a sudden, that dark cloud started to roll in. And when it rained in the days of Noah, 40 days, 40 nights, I don't think America take nothing initiative. She pays no attention to the hour that is coming. See, confusion of people. And God is trying to move the confusion out from us and put into them. So I want to say, eat now, America. You know, help yourself to the desert or the earth, which you have prepared for us. You eat it now, because all praise are due to Allah, the Lord of the world. See, we don't shrek, because how awful were those people that will shrek from the living God. You see, I want to say this, because after 400 years, the sun mouth, tobacco juice mouths, blue-eyed devils are plunking our people to such slavery teachings, crushing us to death and diseasing us, starving us to death. See, in the South, our children are living in the worst stocks. Places you see that's boarded up, stinking. Young children suffering from malnutrition, for lack of medical attention. All behind this wicked devil that want to do all the ill that he possibly can against the people who have served him over 6,000 years. Now let's look at some of these people's comments. Look, I'm gonna say this. Y'all don't care. It's not about where our hosts at, but y'all don't care about what's going on in our world. They have no idea, clue, that what the devil has been doing. That's why there's one war after another. When you understand, it's impossible to live with a people. Because James 5 verse 6 says you have murdered the innocent ones who is not opposing you. Now I want to say this. White America will have to pack up at some point. The people will have to concentrate on Europe. Else, you know what I mean? Because you can't concentrate on the black people here in America. But you have to concentrate on that continent in Europe for your future. Or else concentrate on your death instead of your life. Now, I want to talk to you guys. America's is facing doom. This old system is dying. And see, the people just don't know how to prepare for a new world. So you see, in their madness, they don't know how to prepare for a new world. See, it's a new world that they want. So in their madness, you see, they are destroying schools, you see, college and universities. See, it's like the story Samson. See, Samson did not care whether there was a building left behind or not. See, Samson, he was willing to get even with his mockers who had put out his eyes. See, Samson did not care whether there would be a civilization. And now I say this to my brothers and sisters getting to that point. That you're going to have to fight like never before. Like never before. Because it's getting real. It's going to get real in the field. And some of us just don't know how to prepare. I've been warning you that they were going to tighten things up. And see how really you're going to act out. I tell you, devil don't have no future here. Because their time has come. They know they losing this system. Because I've been saying something gradually is approaching. And see, when it comes to the motherships, when it comes to the mother plane, see, the mother planes is here to destroy this present world. And set in a new world. You see. And see, I say this, the mother plane is like a new human-made planet. This is not what they've been telling you. It's not a comet. It's not an atlas. We know it's not even a drone. It's not a UAP. But see, when the Lord comes, He gonna come with thousands. It says, thousands of His holy ones. See, out of the mothership comes all other small planes. And I say this plane is not a plane to be played with. See, the white man, they want to attack it. They want to get close to make attack. But even if it get close to it, it will be destroyed instead. So the white man knows that this is not a plane to be played with. Because planes come out of the mother planes. See, when I'm saying 40 years that the mother plane can come down Earth, I'm talking about and transferring those 40 years is going to be 40 miles it goes through Earth gravity. 40 miles it will approach Earth. See, in Ezekiel's vision, when he prophesies of the will, because In the wheel, there was 4 living creatures. And wherever those creatures move, the wheel moved. Whenever those creatures stood, the wheel stood. And the 4 living creatures was explained, because this was never explained to you. And the 4 living creatures represent the black, brown, red, and yellow. See, the white don't have an equal part. So the 4 living creatures, the red, which means the native Indians will be redeemed from his redeemer. See, the knowledge was never explained to a right race of people because they will never get this kind of knowledge. And I hate to bust some of these people bubble because they will never was able to get this kind of knowledge. But the mothership is like a new human-made planet. And a white man knows that this will not be a plane to be played with. Some people say it looks like a chariot. But I tell you, they are here. And I want to say this because the technology that the American people seem, they don't have the technology to match theirs. The technology that they have make America technology look like child's play. When it can go into their solar systems. Something very intelligent I've been saying, been warning you. It's here. A time that is gradually approaching that will make children's grave head. Now, believe it or let it alone. See, this does not negate the fact that I know the end of it all, but if I was to tell you about the end, you don't have to wait 20, 15 years from now. See, the fall can be within a couple of days. See, we are in a time that we see things is shifting. Just look at the Pacific plates. Look at the Cassette Seduction Zone. Look at these earthquakes. These earthquakes, I've been preaching to you on the way here. You're feeling the earthquakes shaking under your feet. Now take it or let it alone.